Now, I don't know about you, but mobile gaming on the touchscreen, it's just not perfect. You don't know where all the controls are. You got to click different buttons to do different things, and you can't actually feel anything because the screen is flat, right? So you don't know that you're actually got your thumb on the directional D-pad for movement. It's just not the same as a console experience. Well, let me tell you this, it can be. Let's have a look at the Backbone 1. About to launch in Australia, $179. Seriously, take your gaming to the next level. All right, so what is the Backbone 1? It's a mobile controller for your smartphone. So this one for the iPhone specifically, this is it here. So it's actually quite a light, simple, not much to it device. It's plastic. It's very lightweight. There's actually not a lot of electronics in it. There's no power required. There's no batteries because it gets all of its use directly from your iPhone. So what you do is you snap your iPhone into the lightning port on the bottom, you open it up and you click it in place. So this could fit an iPhone Max easily, no problem at all there. But at that point you think, oh, I've got to switch around. No. This button here is the Backbone button. You click that, you get the Backbone app. Straight away launch. And this is like, I'll be honest, very similar to an Xbox interface. And now this is designed to work with all the cloud gaming platforms, Google Stadia, Xbox Cloud. It's going to do everything because those really just require your smartphone and internet connectivity. But what they've done here is they've made a interface for a whole range of games, hundreds of games it seems like, that support controller on iPhone. So let's take a look here. This is asphalt, right? So I've got my full controls. I can brake, I can accelerate, I can drift, do all the things you need to do in this game to really get going. And look, it's already, just for such a simple game like this, which is beautiful, by the way, great advanced graphics and everything, it's already just such a great experience, so much better than, you know, using the touch screen. So that alone, is it worth 179 bucks? Probably not, right? But if you play more than one game, if you play a lot of time on games, then that's where it comes into its own. So obviously now we're in this game, I can just open up the Backbone menu and launch any of these games. Minecraft, another great example. You know, Minecraft is actually a fun game to play, but on a touch screen, it's just not the same as using a controller. So what the Backbone 1 does is just bring you your normal controller-like settings onto your smartphone. So I would argue that this is just as good because I'm, playing a realm here that me and my kids play. This is for me exactly the same experience as using an Xbox. So we don't have to fight over the Xbox anymore. We don't have to split screen and decide whether we're going vertical and horizontal and, one person wants to type and everyone else has to stop. We can just use our own devices and it feels completely normal. So we're in the game here. It's night time, so you probably can't see very well, but all the controls are as they should be. So flicking through our inventory, I've got my wheat there and I can feed these cows to make them breed and grow. All the things you'd expect, run, that's all there. So look, this is working just as a normal game. I'll throw down a torch so you can see the screen. I just think this is the best way to play Minecraft on an iPhone ever. So we've also got this, this menu button here, which takes you to the menu of the game if you like, if it's configured for that. And over here, I'll go back to Minecraft actually, sorry. Over here, a screen button, screen record button. So this is like your share button on your console. So we've now got the ability to start a screen recording. So I'm now in game. I'm going to do a screen recording that I can obviously share with my friends on social media in any way I like, because it's a screen recording that then gets saved into the Backbone app, and then you can choose to export it to your own gallery as you like. Seriously, screen recording games, sharing game content, it's all there. This really does it all. So you've got your screen recording options here. I can stop the broadcast. I can push and hold it to take a screenshot. So that's nice and easy. Really simple things like that. So let's go now back to the Backbone menu. Let's see if we can launch Call of Duty. Now, obviously, Call of Duty is one of the great all-time classic and brilliant console games. And I'll be honest, I'm rubbish at it as a console game. As a mobile game with a touchscreen, also rubbish. But I've got to be honest, and this is not going to show it well because I'm still not a great player, but I have loved playing this on the iPhone when I've got the Backbone 1 plugged in, because I just feel like I'm way more in control. I feel like I'm getting much better results. It's just so much more like the console experience. And I just think that people who play this on their mobile absolutely would prefer to be using sticks and triggers than anything else. I've never shot 3 people in Call of Duty and then died. Normally I get shot 3 times and then die, and then get shot 3 times and then die. Like I'm not normally able to get anyone. So look, the fact that I'm getting these blokes is just fantastic. It's like this is a full console experience here that I'm getting with a mobile game, and a lot of people absolutely love the console experience but hate the mobile experience. So there's something to be said about just having this controller at the best of times. But for those people that, I'm just getting really addicted to this now. Let's go back to the Backbone menu because I'm getting way addicted. For those people that want this, gaming experience, but either can't afford a console or want the console for the home and they want this for when they're visiting their mates, or they want to play this in the bedroom or in the lounge, or someone else in the house is using a console, this is brilliant. So there's a whole bunch in this Backbone app that you can go through, and there's also a lot of talk here about remote play. So remote play of your Xbox, remote play of your PS5. There's instructions on how to do all that. It actually talks to you about if your game doesn't support controller, you should go to the App Store and leave comments so that it does provide controller support. But I think for most people, there's a huge number of games here that you can use. Let me have a look at the game store to give you some sense. So we've got Xbox Remote Play. So there's 1,047 games that are supported by the Backbone 1 that they know of. AFL Live, that sounds great. But yeah, look at all these games. There's just so many games that you can play. If you don't know whether or not you have controller support, look it up. Look the app up that you've got. But there's a lot of racing games, a lot of FPS games, a lot of fun games here as well. And I just see myself being immersed in gaming a little bit more and longer than normal. So there's a headphone port here, so I can plug in my gaming headphones. There's a lightning port on this side, so you can power through and charge through at the same time as you're playing, so you don't lose all your battery life, because you're going to do some serious gaming here, folks. It's very lightweight, so it doesn't feel, certainly doesn't feel the same quality as an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, and it's also a different feeling because of the flat nature of it. Instead of being kind of ergonomically shaped, it's also a lot smaller than an Xbox controller. These triggers, for example, are a little bit higher reach for your fingers as opposed to normally being just a bit lower there, I'd expect them. So I'd prefer that they were a bit lower down, but you get used to it pretty quickly. Obviously, it's very Xbox oriented because it's using XYAB instead of shapes as PlayStation would. But any console gamer knows the layout, lay of the land there. $179. You get this at the Gamesman. You'll get it at Microsoft stores, so you can see there that deep link with the Xbox experience, the Xbox cloud gaming that's coming to Australia real soon. That's why Microsoft is selling this, and there'll also be, I'm sure, a bunch of other online. But check out the Gamesman, $179. This is the Backbone 1, which takes your iPhone from being an okay way to game to being an awesome way to game.